Lexus presents tennis on Sky Sports.
So I'm just going to jump out and get a microphone for the young man.
Oh, congratulations.
Casper, congratulations. You are a Masters champion.
Thank you, yeah.
We're really interested to know, because in the last few days you've been really honest about how you're feeling and what you've been dealing with mentally and just getting yourself back to this place. So how much more does this mean with everything you've gone through and come through?
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, sorry to spoil the British party here tonight, but it was, first of all, an incredible match, I think. Jack has been just kind of wiping everyone off the floor here in Madrid, so I knew that if I don't bring my A+ game tonight, it will be really tough. And luckily, I think I did play really well throughout the whole match. He's firing from both sides. It's tough to find a hole in this game, and you don't get that many chances to break. But finally, or in the end, I was able to serve out after getting a break there. But anyways, like you actually asked, I've been talking with someone back home about certain things in my mental aspect, and he said something really fun to me about 2 weeks ago, after I had lost in Barcelona and kind of needed a little boost. And he said that if you look at your career as a kind of company on the stock exchange, that will kind of go up and down and hopefully will trend in the right way, but you will have ups and downs. In my career, I haven't really felt any big downs because I've had a lot of fun time on tour and a lot of great results. But I feel like this last year, since Roland Garros last year, has been maybe one of the tougher kind of periods in my career. And he said that, you know, if you look at some of the stock companies or companies on the stock exchange, sometimes when they have this huge dip, they will give it an even bigger boost back up, which is kind of what I can say is really true now, because I felt like I was on a bit of a bad dip, and then here I am as a champion. So that's how it goes sometimes. You need to be able to accept that sometimes you need to take a step or two back in order to take 2 or 3 forward.
It sounds like everyone's going to want his number.
Good business.
Absolutely. But just talk about the match today. 2.5 hours, grueling battle. I mean, mentally, physically, absolutely an incredible contest out there. What do you think ultimately did get you tactically across the line?
Well, I think that I said on the podium there that Jack has become now a threat on any surface. If you looked at his career before Madrid, I think his biggest results have been hard court or grass. But now he's played so well here in Madrid and shown that he can be a threat and has kind of understand the surface. Not like he was a bad clay court player before, but really taken a big step, and he's able to kind of answer my topspin forehand down to his backhand well, and then he has a heavy forehand himself and serves great, moves great. So I mean, there's no holes in his game on clay court either, and I think he will just become more and more difficult to play here, because results like this will make you better, make you believe more and have good confidence. So he will be a threat, and like I told him, you know, I think sky's the limit for him, and lucky to at least have beaten him once before. He will just continue to get better and better.
Casper, congratulations. You know, fantastic win, amazing match as well. The level is so impressive from both. Take us into the final game. You know, you're trying to win your first Masters 1000.
Yeah.
As you say, we're sitting on the side kind of hoping you might have a little wobble there. I'm not going to lie, you know, to make things interesting.
That's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But you produced an amazing game, really big game, and particularly just take us into the mindset just before and during that game, and also tell me, please, how good did it feel to hit those forehands the last 2 points?
Yeah, you know, I was getting a bit frustrated in the second and beginning of third set because, of course, I felt like I had the momentum from the first set, and I was thinking, you know, not time to dominate him even more. And I wasn't able to in the second. He came back and played phenomenal. And I kind of told my team or my box over there, like, he's responding so well to my heavy forehands and kind of making it really tough for me. He's answering, like, even tougher from his backhand down to my forehand. So I was like, wow, how am I, you know... it's not like you can just play down to his forehand. He can rip it down the line, cross anywhere. So ultimately, back to Annabelle's question also, I maybe didn't answer, but I think that I was just thinking, I'm the clay court player here. You know, I've played more hours on clay than him. He's obviously great, but this is kind of my surface, and come on, it's time to back that up. So ultimately, I think that few of the forehands towards the end got a little problems for him, and it set up finally getting some easier ones that I went for, and luckily they went in. And the last game, I was thinking make the first 2 serves of the first 2 points, if you miss the first serve, you're starting with the second serve, maybe you stress, you lose the first point. So it's really nice to get 30 love, of course, when you're serving for it. Suddenly, with a few mistakes, you're down love 30. But yeah, easier to let loose when you're 30 love. And those two forehands down the line towards the end, they were probably the best under the circumstances that I've played in my career.
Sort of forehands you dream of, right? When you're young.
Yeah, I
Casper,
guess.
congratulations.
Thanks.
Time for a little celebration before Rome.
Yeah, there's not much time in this sport, as we know, but I'll try to enjoy tonight. You know, Spain, they like staying up late, so I'm sure there will be some food options and good options to celebrate. But tomorrow I'll be on the flight to Rome, and time to reset already.
Congratulations.
Enjoy the
Thank you.
moment.
Enjoy.
Yes,
Well
and good luck in
done.
Rome.
We appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
Congratulations,
Thank you. Well
Casper.
done. Yeah.